Welcome back to Today's video. I'm playing skylines, and today's video we're going to be building a new residential neighborhood and also doing the first monorail line of our little mini city here. Which, I mean, we didn't finish the area around it, we just got the line planned out and for where every station is going to be of the total of 4. So there isn't going to be many. Like I said, there wasn't going to be many, but it's enough that it's still worthwhile. I mean, there is monorail lines like the one in Seattle, where it's literally just 2 stations. It just brings you between one metro station and the one in downtown. So, ain't nothing crazy. This is a pretty good size. I mean, they are close enough to where they could just be bus routes, but honestly, I like it with the monorail line. Just gives another thing of transit, and also makes this last stop here of the train line feel more like a hub. So just being another station, because all the other only real train stations, they're way too massive for the single train line. This one only has 2 rail tracks, so it's good enough. And I was just kind of messing around with the curve here, trying to figure out how it would look nice. I also redid how the tracks are done to separate cargo from passenger rail, because it's causing tons of problems along the passenger rail line, and also the trains are going in ways that I didn't want them, so just decided to get rid of that, and so I just made it an own interchange for the cargo terminal here off the main line. And then I just worked on the grid for where we will have high density residential. In here, a lot of these buildings would be filled with more so college students, with the proximity to the college campus and also the access to the college campus and the sports stadiums, especially since there isn't much of any residential space around the campus other than on campus housing with the dorms. So that's why tons of people would probably be living here. And then I just add in a little park back here, the sandwich between the cargo terminal and the passenger train line / station. And then this is the bridge I was talking about, the connection. Allows people to get quickly over to where the college campus is and all the sports games. And I also added a bunch of different things from the nature reserve into here. Just small little things, mostly just small things, just to give some sort of structures on here that could be used for like picnics and other sorts of meets and greets, or not meet and greets, but just meetups in general. And then I did want to try and mix up this area quite a bit by putting in another park in here and keeping a lot of nature here, but I couldn't exactly find a park that fit in perfectly or was able to nicely fit in. So I just put in a sidewalk restaurant, I believe it's called, and I put in some small parking in the back. That could be for the restaurant, just for a general area, because I put in commercial in here. And that's mostly because we're right at the main road. Or at least what would be basically the main road, and we're right next to the monorail station, so good public transit network, or connection, sorry. And also it just helps mix up the area, give the people that live there jobs and places to go and shop and get goods and all their stuff. And then I kind of just used the monorail line like a train line, and then I just had a road go parallel either side of it with very few connections between it. And I did, and then here is where I put in another a monorail station, not a train station. And obviously, if I could, I did put this in the center of the curve, but if I could, I would have had the track in it be curved, along with probably the station too, to where it followed the curvature of the curve, I guess. But I couldn't do that, and I also couldn't get the road how I wanted it, and so I just left it how it was in that, instead of having a connection go across, sorry. Um, I just put in a path instead, and I just had the road just not go across the monorail line. And then I brought the monorail line out to there, where I then put in the last station, and this I did just put in the over road one. I figured that I would just put in that big road there. In the future, I could think about downgrading it to one of the small roads, because we are quite off from everything. But I did put in one of the connections for off the highway into there off camera. That one I did on camera. I put in the second one off camera, and that second one is a little bit more near the industrial area, because I wasn't able to fit in the 3 highway interchanges like I kind of wanted to in this area of the city. But instead, we just have the 2, and the one of them ain't going to get much of any volume because of where it is. So pretty much everyone coming off the highway from here will be coming through this spot. So I might leave that big avenue there, and then I just continue expanding on the rest of the area by adding in more and more residential and also a bit more commercial, and doing some last little bits of touches around the whole area, like trees and other stuff like that. And then I did want to try and go back down to low density stuff, so I just put in a little low density residential area in this whole entire spot here right near this rail line. We will probably go over the rail line a bit, but not much. Like I said, I didn't want to go out too far over the rail line, so. But that'll be something we'll do in a future episode. This is just the power lines I did for connections. Spread it all along there and got it all connected up, and then I put in low density residential there. And then I got to work on our highway interchange, and this one's the same classic ones I've been using, the ones that are pre-made, but these are a lot nicer than the original in-game ones. This is from the map pack DLC. So I put these in, and I just reconfigured the roads a bit to fit how I wanted them to connect into there. Then after slight modifications, I did get it how I wanted it, reconnected everything up, and I did just extend the off-ramp on this side. I didn't do anything to the other side because I do want to have some sort of ore, maybe not community, but some sort of ore mining industry around here on top of that hill, because there is some ore up there. So I'll probably just have it continue on this road, but it won't be as major of a road, and it'll be a bit more windy. But here's the final product. I hope you enjoyed. If you have, make sure to subscribe. Do this next one. Bye!